Hi everyone, and welcome to your daily tarot reading for Saturday the 17th of November 2018. It's a pleasure to be with you today. Thank you for joining me. As you can maybe hear, my voice is a bit off. I've had tonsillitis for the last couple of days, but I am out of the woods now and I'm back to normal. So excuse my voice if it's still a bit iffy, but it'll hopefully clear up by today. So let's have a look at what the cards want you to know. And I'm using the Shadowscapes deck again. I was really inspired by using it the other day and I wanted to revisit it. So we have the Magician, the Wheel of Fortune, which is a theme at the moment. Your life can really change at the moment. That's the time of year that we're in, and the Wheel of Fortune is echoing that. Sometimes you're up, sometimes you're down, but you can be in the middle as well. You can try and work your way in so that it's constant and you're not at the whim of every gust of wind that comes along and throws you in another direction. Rather than being on the Wheel of Fortune, you're trying to get within the Wheel of Fortune so that you're a star. Or you can do that by finding your inner star and letting that shine and letting that out. And that's what really guarantees your fortune. Isn't that amazing? I've never had that meaning with a Wheel of Fortune card. So that's another reason why this deck is so cool. Okay, the Magician is the first card of the Major Arcana. So the Magician is like, okay, I've had an idea, the Fool, and now I'm going to use my magic and my power that I have to create something in this dimension, in this world. And the Magician is very much like the World, the last card of the Major Arcana, because he's the Alpha and Omega. He has power over air, water, earth, fire, and he has another element infinitely given to him, which is magic. And that is something that we can't create by ourselves, but the Magician can, in the form of using his actual powers. In our case, it's about manifesting the things that we want, looking at ourselves and seeing what we want to get rid of and what we want to improve on. And really, what kind of life do we want to create for ourselves? And what he's doing is he's kind of creating some sort of energy ball. So, some sort of source of fuel. And that's within you today. So you feel magically imbued by this power, which allows you to get off the merry-go-round and get to the center of your life, the fundamental root question that needs to be asked, which will then say, go in this direction, and that's where you'll be happiest. So we've got the star in the middle, and then we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 houses in there. So this is the house of fame, and that's where I'm destined to be. So I'm going to go live there, and it's secure, and it's good, and it's positive, and it's my life purpose. I've worked towards it. I've created my life as I want it to be, and that power, I've gone through the ups and downs of the career, but as I've done that, I've become ever more amazing and sparkly and shiny. Like a piece of coal, the more pressure you put on it, ultimately it ends up as a diamond. 10 is about transition and moving forward and things improving. So you've got a real boost here today internally that allows you to really ask, what is my life purpose? Why am I here? What would make me happy? If I could turn the Wheel of Fortune and I had to make all the categories the same thing so that I would be guaranteed to win, what would I write on that Wheel of Fortune? Would I write wealth, health, success, love? What would be on there? Or why am I here? Why am I here on earth? Am I here to educate people? Am I here to just suffer? Am I here to heal? Am I here to build and create? What is it that your purpose is? And that whole journey today is going to be discovered through wading through the messy, watery, emotional stuff of your life. We've got the Knight of Cups here on a beautiful unicorn riding towards the Holy Grail. And he's closer than he thinks. And the Knight of Cups becomes the King of Cups who has mastered spirituality. He's enlightened. He's mastered nurturing and taking care of a family. He's creative. And he's also spiritual, connected to his higher self, and therefore psychic and intuitive. And the Knight of Cups embodies a lot of those qualities, but they're extreme. And today he has to just go a little bit further and claim that cup for himself, which is similar. We've got a focal point in each image. So here is the infinite ability to create power within yourself. You can rev yourself up to do anything you want. The best example I can think of this is, it's so gay, but I watched a documentary on Judy Garland, and there was a journalist who was interviewing her before one of her shows, and Judy Garland was like, I think 5 foot or 4'11" even. She was like this tiny woman, and the journalist, she said, I watched her behind the scenes when they did the intro song, the dun 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 dun, with the drums, and the interviewer said, I saw Judy like puffing herself up like a balloon, and she got bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And that's what we can do for ourselves. We can build ourselves up. I mean, I think you all know how that feels, like when you're going into an interview and you're scared half to death, but you're building yourself up into this persona that you've decided to be that day. We can do that, okay? And we can also get off the wheel of fortune and become enlightened and move on to our next assignment if we master our emotions today and get to the center and claim our love, our joy, our happiness by realizing that it's self-made. And you let go of the resentments and the anger and the bitterness and the shame. So today, the aim of the game is to stay positive emotionally and to look at what's going on, to rise to the occasion if you have to. So if anyone is asking you to do something, say yes. Try to say yes if you can, if you have the time. Obviously, don't say yes to anything dangerous, but if there's an opportunity, for instance, to, the next performer is stuck in traffic, can you jump in for her? That kind of thing. Say yes. Rev yourself up. That'll take you off the grid of... This is like the reincarnation wheel to me today. That's how I feel about it. And we've got like a snapshot, like this is almost like a diagram where they focus in on one particular area and make it bigger. But I don't see what area they've made bigger. What are they accentuating? That this is a branch? So it's wands and fire. So it's your life purpose. You only get to the center when you live your life purpose. If you would like to discover what your life purpose is and you've been looking for an answer for ages, astrology is amazing for that. There's a really easy way in your birth chart, your natal chart, which I can draw up by using your place of birth, date of birth, and time of birth. I can look at what your life purpose is. So why you're here, and I can also tell you what your vocational aptitudes are, job-wise, and whether the two are the same. So whether you're supposed to be a nurse and your life purpose is to heal others, so that would be one and the same, or whether your life purpose is to be a loving head of a family, but your vocational aptitudes are about engineering and building, then the two are separate. So it's about knowing where you're meant to go and fulfilling all of checking all the boxes. You know, as human beings, we're complicated, and we can't just say love, check, okay, and everything else is wonderful. We also need to look at health and maintain that, and work and relationships and all of those things to stay healthy. So today, through one of those boxes that you're going to have to connect with of your life, one of the areas of your life, is going to take up emotional room. Say yes to that. It'll lead you to the Holy Grail. It'll take you off the merry-go-round. You'll be able to let your light shine, and then you'll be able to create whatever, manifest and create whatever it is you want. Your hopes and dreams can come true. 1 and 10 is 11, and 1 is 12. 1 and 2 is 3, and 3 is about new beginnings, and it's about communication. So communicate with yourself emotionally, and you'll find a new beginning in terms of, wow, I found what I'm supposed to be doing. So if you really struggle with that, please do get in touch with me for a personal reading. It's gregoryscott.com. Click on the readings tab to order your reading. In the personal readings, I combine the divination system. So I use astrology, I use tarot, and I use numerology. And the way I use the numbers and the tarot here, I combine everything in the personal readings. So like I said, it's really amazing that I can just see what you're meant to be, and what your life purpose is, and what your vocational aptitudes are, where you've been in past lifetimes, what's destined for you in love and money and romance and relationships and health and spiritual progress. I can also answer any questions you may have, horoscope compatibility, all of those things I can look at. So if you have any questions at all, please do get in touch with me for a private reading, gregoryscott.com. If you like my videos, please hit the subscribe button, and I'll speak to you tomorrow.